All right, welcome back. This is our recap.
Of Mr. Gene Martin.
Gene Martin of Celeste, Texas.
Interesting, dude.
That was that is peak 12 o'clock siren, I feel like.
Yeah, we were at our best. That's vintage 12 o'clock siren.
Yeah, already. Episode 2.
Yeah, we had some local lore stories, war stories of the most decorated soldier in American history, right?
Yes. He is the most decorated American soldier of all time, I believe.
Yeah, we even got an ugly story from Audie Murphy's past.
That's true.
One that's not in his book.
That is not in his book, for sure.
You can't get that anywhere else but here on the 12 o'clock siren.
Yeah,
That's true.
Exclusive information.
Mark that. But before we recap, I wanna recap your New Orleans story. We were just talking about some gambling. You took it was Labor Day weekend. You took the wife on a Labor Day trip.
Yeah,
it's very romantic of you.
Well, it was. Yeah, it was a romantic thought. Her birthday is September 3rd.
That's right. Happy birthday, Kevin.
Yep, a couple days ago.
HPD.
So we took a little early birthday trip down to the Big Easy and found out that it was Southern Decadence weekend in the New Orleans, which...
Let me pause you.
Sure.
I feel like Southern Decadence back then meant something different than it means in the story you're about to tell.
You're absolutely correct. In this case, the theme was fruit salad, come get tossed. So... we had a great time, regardless. But the vulgar slogan didn't slow us down.
Sure. You went to the Abita Brewery, right?
Yeah, that was a first for both of us. We one of my favorite beers is the old strawberry beer from Abita, which I've grown very fond of, and we got to drink it from the source.
That's
well
nice.
as a ton of other different combinations. They had some pilot beers. One was a peanut butter and jelly beer.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It was pretty good. They do a lot of combining their beers, strawberry with a gator beer with all kinds of
couch flavored.
stuff. No, thank God.
Abita in general pairs well with crawfish.
It does.
I drink Purple Haze with crawfish.
Yep.
Love it.
That was my first Abita beer ever. Was a Purple Haze in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh,
Matter of
nice.
fact, yeah.
That's an odd
Scoreboard.
place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Abita. So you did that, and then you also found some Banksy artwork. Huh?
Yeah, we one of my things to do is to find Banksies wherever I go, if they're available anyway, and I've gotten pretty lucky. In the past year, last year we...
What exactly is a Banksy?
For the kids out there.
For the kids,
for those following along.
just real quick, Banksy is a street artist.
Pop art, you would say?
Yeah, pop art now. That does these kind of
politically motivated, sort of
socially aware, politically motivated types of artwork. Usually stencil. Some of it's live art. Some of it's on a car or something like that. But the ones we've been looking at are on walls, and for the most part have been preserved with plexiglass or something like that, so nobody can ruin them. But New Orleans is one of the few cities in the States that has 3 of them. Let me get that right. Yeah, 4 on display. 3 of them actually on the streets, and 1 of them is preserved in the International House Hotel.
where they actually took a piece of the wall, right?
They took the whole wall, and it was actually defaced before they took it, and they had a 2-year period of all kinds of people came in and
restoration.
Yep, completely restored it, stripped it, and restored it back to its original
glory.
Yeah, glory.
You guys won't know this, but I have a friend that does political stencil art. His name is Jim McDonald.
It's true.
Jim who?
Jim McDonald.
McDonald. Okay,
McDonald.
yeah. Oh yeah,
I
I know him.
He's from Bonham.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
He does some good stuff.
He does some political stencil stuff sometimes.
Yes, I got a sneak peek of what
His
he's
is
working on for tonight yesterday, so get ready for that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just want to say it's Disney related.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Nice. Did you know that Walt Disney got a bad conduct discharge from the military?
I did not.
And as a rule, he hired people that had dishonorable discharges from the military.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Isn't he frozen?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
a rumor?
Just
or
his
is
head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I thought
the
I heard
frozen.
Walt Disney was frozen.
I think I did hear that.
I thought it was a frozen head, and I think the Simpsons make reference
Is he
to
on
that.
display at Disneyland?
That would be the best Easter egg ever.
I think he's actually Donald Trump in the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah. You know what's not frozen? Is Leonard, Texas.
No,
That's
it's
true.
hot.
It is hot.
Yeah. So, Abita, Banksy.
Yep.
Where'd you
Yep.
stay?
Oh, we stayed at Le Meridian. Happened to
sounds
be
fancy.
right next to Harrah's. So centrally located off of Canal Street, next to the casino, walking distance to the quarter. We spent a few hours in the casino doing, craps and slot machines, and found a couple new restaurants which were fantastic.
What was the best thing you ate there?
Sadly, well, not sadly, but we didn't do many main courses. We did a lot of cheese boards.
No, that's cool,
There's
man.
one place we went to,
Charcuterie, if you will.
charcuterie. We went to a place called Bacchanal, and it is fantastic. Apparently been there for 50 years, and a place that I've never heard of, or I Googled it last week. I mean, I stumbled upon it. But the idea is you walk into a little market, you pick your wine. It's a wine bar. You pick your bottle of wine or champagne or whatever you want. They also have a refrigerator of meats and cheeses.
Right.
So you pick your own cheese board,
like
and
my
then
fridge.
they take your wine and meat and cheese. Yeah, similar to mine too.
Yeah.
And then they prepare it and bring it out to you when you go sit, and there's live music. A really cool.
Probably not bologna and craft singles though.
No, but I do have Bacchanal stenciled on my fridge. So
There you go.
so
Scoreboard.
yeah,
Funny story there. The bartender we had was coincidentally the same bartender we had the next night at a different restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah, we looked up and went, "What are you doing
there's
here?"
a glitch in the
The,
matrix.
the funny thing at Bacchanal is the bartenders were the most hands-off I've ever seen. We asked for a water. She told us to go around the corner to the closet to get the water. We asked for a silverware. She said, go around the corner to get the silverware. I asked for the third thing, and I said, wait.
Where do I
Go
go
around
to
the
get
corner to get it.
It's like the Fuddruckers of fine dining.
Yes, it was and interestingly enough, I think I may have texted you. Her shirt said intersection or GTFO.
Huh.
Does
Sure,
that make
this
sense?
wasn't a Luby's.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Luby's.
Intersectional or
Yes,
GTFO.
that makes political sense.
She told me what it was, and I couldn't quite grasp it. And then I just said, I'm just going to drop this. It's not worth it.
It's probably not, because based on that shirt, I would assume she's a hard leftist.
That's what I figured, and I just thought that our bartender-customer relationship was enough, and I'd just leave it at that.
Yeah, well, you said I'm from Texas, and she just automatically pigeonholed you to
I
a
think
far
she
right
did,
wing
and then we saw her the
Nazi.
next day, and we were super nice to her. She was super nice to us, and in the restaurant we saw her the second night was a very high-class, ritzy restaurant, in which she was wearing like a suit.
Oh,
So we're like, what's
Maybe
going
she's
on
a-
here? What?
Maybe she's a crisis
That's
actress.
why I asked her if
Maybe.
maybe she was a TV host or something, like punking me.
Yeah,
or,
are you
like,
following
are you
us?
Ashton Kutcher? But anyway, Sheila was her name. Really nice lady. Took
Shout
care
out
of
to
us.
Sheila,
She
the-
got her first drinks at the second place and was super nice to us.
didn't tell you to go around the corner of the next place.
No, she actually went across the street to a bar to get us 2 fireball shots.
Dang.
They didn't have in house.
Does
So
she also work there?
no, her friend worked at the bar across the street, but
She
that's
had to
how they
clock
work in
in.
New Orleans. If they don't have it in stock, they'll just go to the next bar
Yeah.
if you're cool enough, I guess, and retrieve it for you, which I thought was pretty cool.
But you have to get your own silverware and
It's around the corner in
My-
the closet.
I'm going to embarrass my parents here, but my New Orleans story involved jail and being marched down the street in civilian clothes by our first sergeant. It was so I really hadn't been back, to be honest. It kind of left me
you
scarred.
didn't put your best
My-
boot forward there.
My
No.
best advice is to go to bed before 11 p.m.
Absolutely.
I think
then you can enjoy New Orleans without fear of
you can enjoy
retribution.
Exactly. There's really, and you hear the rule, nothing good happens after midnight.
Yeah.
It is exponentially true in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I've never been to New Orleans. I did watch a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, Hard Target,
Oh,
where it was on location in New Orleans.
You
Where they
feel
were,
like you're a local now?
Yeah, I think the premise of the movie where they were hunting homeless folks
Mm-hmm.
for sport.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's
So I don't want to go there.
no.
It's
There's-
creepy.
Well, we took the Abita tour, which is up in Covington, up north side of Pontchartrain Lake,
Yeah.
and you got to take the 27-mile bridge to get out. And I've never really driven out of New Orleans that way, and I was pretty shocked.
Yeah.
You hear about the levees, but you go up the levee, and you look back, and it's just a big bowl of city.
Yeah.
It's a really fascinating view.
Yeah, they should have really consulted the Dutch on that, though, and maybe Katrina wouldn't have hit them as hard. I don't know.
Dutch or pros?
Is it too soon?
Yeah.
No.
What was that, 06? 05?
So what did you
5 or
do
6.
for Labor Day, James?
Oh, well, my in-laws were up, so we hung out and had a good time with them, and then I spent quite a bit of time with you on Sunday.
did.
Night. Yeah,
You did.
We solved the world's problems.
We did.
Without me?
Yeah, you were doing fancy
no.
things.
Yeah.
Did you get any beignets while you were there?
I did have. We went to a place we go to called Sobu. They
Okay.
have some sweet potato beignets with this super rich sauce that's really good.
Packed on the pounds,
We've
didn't you?
done. I've done the. I think I gave 5 pounds actually.
Yeah. So let's recap with Mr. Gene Martin.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a great
wait.
time talking to him. It's been
I'm
a
being
while.
rude. I'm being rude.
Sure.
We just recapped our Labor Day. What did you do besides spending time with me, Jason?
Labor Day for me is synonymous with dove season.
Mm.
Opening day of dove season, which I do every year. Try to.
But that is not synonymous with actually doves.
Yeah, not lately. Not the last couple of years. The birds have been few and far between,
Yeah.
but still fun.
Yeah. My dad took my kids dove hunting this evening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if
I plan to go again throughout the season.
Yeah. We'll
Maybe
go.
we could take Matthew.
Maybe we could do a
I would-
podcast dove hunting.
Wild
Yeah,
dove
we
hunting.
could. It's laid
The
back.
quietest
Yeah.
podcast ever.
Yeah. Shh.
I was wearing my camo. This
You don't have
morning.
to be quiet for birds.
It's true.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
That's
it's like golf with shotguns.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Four.
Just as
Yeah.
much beer.
Yeah, you
Right.
can drink beer. You can. You don't even have to wear camo if you don't want to.
Mm-mm. I usually just wear jeans.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gene Martin, descendant of the Texas Giants,
The
relation
Shields brothers.
Shields brothers.
Yeah.
That's what they were. So recap that for us, Matthew.
Yeah, Gene Martin has been a family friend of ours for a better part of probably 30 years, and our family knows him really well from Quick Check and baling hay and getting advice. My dad probably got tons of advice from him, farm-wise, what to do here and there. But the guy has a cool story. My mom took care of his dad, who is a direct descendant of the Giants, and Gene himself, 6'8", 6'6", sorry, is definitely a giant himself, and has some cool stories of growing up in a really interesting time and interesting place, considering the people that came up around him, Audie Murphy being one of them.
Yeah. I think now I think we've had a couple people listen to Eugene's podcast, and some people listen to this, and I think, like I said at the beginning of this recap, is that's kind of peak. It's 12 o'clock siren. What we're shooting for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if this thing we're trying to do is get locals with interesting stories, and I think
Yep.
that's what we're trying to do. I think Gene's stories are going to stand right up there with anybody's. That's
Yep.
an interesting cat.
Yeah, he's always been a super sweet guy. One of those kind of guys that, I've worked at Quick Check for a long time, so I know him pretty well from coming
And
in
he's
every
sharp.
day for
How old did he say?
81.
81,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
sharp for 81.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His I made the joke about he bought that Dodge truck when they went and saw their last movie.
Yeah.
And his wife, who was sitting away from us, she thought that was funny.
yeah.
She was back there
I
laughing.
think she enjoyed herself too.
Yeah,
she did.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did. She seemed
She
to like
would-
what we're doing.
Probably be a hell of an interview too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
So, well, I guess that's it.
So who's next? Where do we go from here?
I think we got Hannah lined up,
We've
right?
got Hannah Busis lined up next week.
We're gonna work on the schedule,
from,
maybe.
from Bluebell Meat.
Blue
No.
Bonnet.
Oh, sorry. I'm
Yeah. Hannah
word.
will.
He's embarrassing.
Hannah's not
She's-
coming on now.
Like I said, I've never done that. I don't know what I'm doing. I
Yeah.
just
This is
Googled
episode 2.5.
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'll get
Sorry,
it.
Hannah.
Sorry.
Blue
Hannah.
Bonnet
We'll,
Meat.
we'll have the name right when you.
Blue
come on.
Bonnet Meat Company of Trenton, Texas.
Yeah.
Is that better?
That is.
Thank you. I'm
better.
sorry.
They carry Wagyu. It's awesome.
I buy the meat all the time. I had meat. I had their sirloin for dinner last night, and then for breakfast this morning. As a matter of fact, I put a
think-
Central Market, Memphis, Tennessee rub on it for some
Okay.
reason, but it was really good.
That's almost sacrilege, I feel like. But what I think is the best thing to buy there is their elk jalapeno cheddar summer sausage.
Oh, I'm on my way right now.
Man, I bought some the other day.
Yeah, now that I have a house instead of apartment living, I can cook out.
You can expand your
I'm-
culinary horizons.
I've been doing that.
We've got some great stuff. Stuffed sausages. We did
I'm
cranberry
excited.
and blue cheese stuffed sausage. Oh my lord!
I'm excited to have Hannah on and give me some direction.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
want to do next.
I haven't reached out, so hopefully she'll accept. But Amber Bates now, her and her husband are starting. I don't even know how to call it. What to call it? It's kind of they're going to have like a Christmas tree farm and like a petting zoo.
Okay.
And they've got like tulips and stuff out there. She'd be interesting to have on. She got her doctorate in like horticulture. Or
Oh,
something like
great.
that from Tech. So
Yeah,
on.
fall's coming up. They're going to do pumpkin patch
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
ah,
Oh,
Where
yeah,
is
so-
this locally?
Yeah, just what's the the old church out on 1553. What's that? Grove Hill.
Yeah, Grove Hill.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
think it
great
might be
news.
called Grove Hill Farms. Maybe actually.
okay.
I
Yeah,
just
they're
saw.
right by Grove Hill.
Sorry,
Cemetery, I
Amber.
believe.
I'm butchering this, but we'll have you on to correct it. So
I just saw a tulip field in Fredericksburg. I think that's they're trying to
in lavender,
lavender.
Yeah,
then yeah,
goodness.
that might have been it
Fredericksburg
too.
is beautiful.
it
man.
is, and
Yeah.
they have German beer and wine.
Well, that's cool to have something like that around here.
It is. It is. I think it's going to be outstanding, honestly. So,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I think we got some good stuff coming up with the old podcast here.
Once
right?
again, suggestions,
yeah,
feedback,
I
critiques.
have a
Comment.
suggestion. Let's turn Leonard into Fredericksburg.
yeah,
Let's
Yeah,
do
okay.
everything they do.
yeah. That's the
But
model.
here-
Well, I'm already
Yeah.
starting a dude ranch next week.
Are you?
Yeah.
There you go.
You
How many
dudes
dudes
come
you
on
got?
over.
How many dudes? All right.
All right. Well, that's. I think that's. We're going to wrap it up. Matthew, you think that's about time? Jason.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Can we hear Dallas again?
yeah. Let's.
You want to hear Dallas?
Play it out.
Let's
Okay.
send it out.